In the restaurant that I work at on the weekend, what we train everybody to do is if we see ICE come to the door, we actually enter a button in our POS system that says Amiga, and you click it and then it prints a ticket to everywhere else in the restaurant so that everybody knows. Right? So different kinds of protocols based on the type of organization or space. Again, no matter what kind of organization or business that you're in, we have a few ways that you can get ready. Number one is hardening your physical space. Number three, identifying a list of individuals that are authorized to respond if ICE comes to the door, and then having a clear protocol.
This footage was taken during a radical activist meeting in New York City, in which anti-deportation leftists coordinate efforts to stop ICE and law enforcement from enforcing the nation's immigration laws. It was sponsored by the Chinese American Planning Council, or CPC, a radical New York-based NGO with ties to the highest level of the Democrat Party in New York State.
This is Senator Chuck Schumer, and it brings me a great deal of pleasure to welcome all of you to CPC's Lunar New Year virtual benefit. To all of you at the Chinese American Planning Council.
More importantly, this organization is funded by your tax dollars, to the tune of over $900,000 in federal funds. The CPC has worked closely with prominent Democrat politicians, including former NYC Mayor Bill de Blasio, who appointed CPC President Wayne Ho to the city's Sector Advisory Council, Congresswoman Nydia Velázquez, who secured the CPC $500,000 federal taxpayer dollars, and most recently, New York Governor Kathy Hochul, who appointed CPC President Wayne Ho as a member of New York's not-for-profit Contracting Advisory Committee. For years, the CPC, together with other government-funded groups such as the New York Immigration Coalition, have been involved in coordinating anti-immigration enforcement demonstrations throughout New York City. In 2025, the CPC has conducted seminars advising illegal aliens against cooperating with ICE investigations. In March of 2025, the CPC hosted an online seminar on ICE enforcement in partnership with the New York Attorney General's Office. Congressman Dan Goldman, who requested $1 million federal taxpayer dollars for the CPC in 2023 and claimed that he was proud to support the CPC in their efforts, was featured on the promotional materials for one such anti-ICE seminar in New York City. We sat in on this seminar and recorded the proceedings you are about to see. As you watch the following footage, ask yourself how Dan Goldman, the New York Attorney General, or any elected official, could support the CPC.
Don't answer questions. Sanctuary cities are making it very difficult. They call it know your rights. I call it how to escape arrest. They've been educated how to defy ICE, how to hide from ICE. I've seen many pamphlets from many NGOs. Here's how you escape ICE from arresting you. Here's what you need to do. Don't open your door. Don't answer questions.
All right, who knows who that was? Trump's guy. The border czar, Tom Homan, right? So he went on CNN a couple of weeks ago and shared that. And he is very upset that the community is getting to know their rights. So when we see that's the message that they're giving us, it's showing, right? The fact that we're being informed is making it difficult for them to do their job. One of the things that people can do right now, regardless of your immigration status, if you're like, hey, I want to do something to help what is going on, is being able to identify this. Do a little check for understanding, and you can say the answer from your seat. Who may not be wearing an identifiable uniform? Ding, ding, ding. Everybody can cry. Who's going to be wearing yellow and green uniform? Border Patrol, yes. All right, so within all of those spaces, every single person in the U.S., regardless of your legal status, whether you've been here for 3 days, 3 months, everyone has these basic rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. You can refuse searches of your person, your home, your belongings, and you cannot be arrested or detained for no reason. All of our rights right now, all of these, are completely under attack. So, if ICE is at someone's door, the first recommendation is do not open the door at all. Any interaction you have with them can happen while your door is closed. And the two things that you can ask for, the first is for them to identify themselves. You can ask, can you identify yourself? Who are you? Are you ICE? In the restaurant that I work at on the weekend, what we train everybody to do is if we see ICE come to the door, we actually enter a button in our POS system that says
migra, and you click it, and then it prints a ticket to everywhere else in the restaurant so that everybody knows, right? So different kinds of protocols based on the type of organization or space. Anytime you suspect that somebody might be an ICE agent, because as Jana said, they might look a whole bunch of different ways. And we would rather somebody says, hey, I think that this person could be an ICE agent and start this protocol and then end up being wrong, than accidentally let someone from ICE come through our doors because they're like, well, I don't know, like, you know, it might not be, I don't want to bother people, etc. We say, anytime you suspect, just go ahead. Again, no matter what kind of organization or business that you're in, we have a few ways that you can get ready. Number one is hardening your physical space. Number two is doing a data audit and updating your data protection policies. Number three, identifying a list of individuals that are authorized to respond if ICE comes to the door, and then having a clear protocol. And then number four, training everybody who's going to be involved in the proper procedures and making sure they feel ready and confident to respond.
Why are our taxpayer dollars going to radical political organizations, which actively seek to undermine the rule of law in our country? Organizations such as the CPC should have no place receiving taxpayer dollars, while they engage in anti-law, pro-legal immigration activism. Such gross misuse of taxpayer funds by partisan activist organizations must be swiftly addressed.